Welcome to Ravens Over. Please go to my channel, also the notification bell, and like this video, and please share. I created this channel for people who are different. Support those who support you. There's a PayPal on top. People remember one thing, there are a lot of times people can't stand in the truth, but you find one that does support them. Make sure they do not fall within a marginalized community as not being in existence. And you know that there are hard to find people that create a channel that cater to people who are different and stand in the truth. And the allies sit back and say, well, I have no problem with other people. Let me just stand here to learn, support those no judgment who support you. I love you. Stay in your truth. Okay. And welcome to the answer as far as what would you do if a download tranny chaser with fake pictures was all the way in your house. And I want to do this conversation because, of course, this happened to me, happened to other people, I'm sure. We all seem to be living these similarities, and we're in 2020 and you never know what walks through the door. People are afraid, people are not afraid, people are up to something. We don't know. Buyer beware, the lemon law, so many different things that goes on in this world, especially if you're the kind of person that has a good heart, you're loving, you're caring, and you love people. You kind of want to see the good in people. You don't always want to see the bad or the dark side. And you know, no answer is really the answer. It is your answer and your truth. However, we always can give different people, or should I say, different similarities or answers that can help other people in situations that maybe they wouldn't think to do. I myself is not perfect. I fall down more than most, but I always feel as though the conversation creates a platform where we can actually share dialogue and compare notes and say, well, this is what I do, this is what I do, girl, you know what I mean, or this is what I do, guy, you know, whatever the case may be. Now, on August the 6th, 2020, I asked, what would you do? Download tranny chasers with fake pictures end up in your house. Now, backstory, this happened to me. A guy came to see me and met with me, and I noticed it wasn't him. Now, immediately, I'm like, yo, what's going on? But he didn't care about that, but oh my God, you know, his whole thing was, oh my God, you're so beautiful, da da da. Okay, that's a deception. Okay, you lied to me. And at that point, I feel like, if you lied to me about that, then is this your real name, or is everything a lie, or you know what I mean? So now I'm sitting in front of someone, or standing in front of someone I do not know. Now at this point, where are we supposed to go? Are we supposed to just act like the lie didn't happen and just move on forward and say, well, you know what? Let me just see life have a lot of bumps and rocks and thrown at you. Let me see if I could jump over these bumps and dodge the rocks. And sometimes the answer is no, I can't. I can't do it. I mean, myself, I couldn't do it. Because if you lied to me about that, you may have a wifey, a girlfriend, hell, you could just done a whole lot of things that was not really positive. And here it is, you sitting in front of me, and I'm could be the next victim of something that's not what I signed up for. However, I went to you on this page, the family, and I wanted to ask, what would you do? And of course, that was on August the 6th, and me, myself, the guy, the funny thing about dude is that, you know, he still calls me, and he's like, you know, you really don't want to give me a chance. Like, it's not registering in his brain what he did. His thing is, well, I said I was sorry. Now, I could take that a lot of ways. And anyone knows Raven, okay, for the record, Raven falls down more than most. That means Raven is far from perfect. And I don't try to be perfect, only try to be me. I learned a lot of things through you. I don't act like I know it all, because I do not. I always believe, even a little kid, 2 years old, could teach you something that you didn't even know. You've been here for years, and it's just and they can sit you down and have a conversation with you where you would just go, wow. So you never feel like you're too grown or too big that you just can't listen. As long as it's not being, you know, there's certain things as far as critique, as far as conversation, there's certain things called being just me. I'm just gonna attack you, you know, just to show how mean you can be, which is so sad. Because we all, at the end of the day, it shouldn't be that way. However, so dude started calling me the more I blocked him, of course. And the thing about it is that he didn't feel like he really did anything wrong. Now, he said, well, I don't understand why you just can't accept that. I said, well, sorry, why can't you just, you know, get over it? Now I'm thinking to myself, he could be saying the same thing, and he's on top of me, beating me with a stick or God forbid anything else. I'm not gonna think nothing negative, but you know what I mean. And I'm on the ground. He on top of me. I said I was sorry. Now he's beating the hell out of me because obviously he said he was sorry. It didn't register in his brain. Okay. Now, when I went to the page and I wanted to share with you, like I said before, if you want to leave comments on this page, be prepared because I do show your comments because I love you and I don't want you to feel like I don't see you because you are more important to me than you know. I need you more than you will ever need me. I need you more than you'll ever need me. And you say, Raven, what does that mean? That means that if you are a two-spirit woman or two-spirit man or a person that just don't care about someone that's living their truth and you like, yo, listen, be happy. I need you. I don't need the ones who out here that's, oh, this, oh, go kill yourself. Y'all shouldn't. I don't need them in my life. I need you, the one that's my, my branch, my backbone, my spiritual nurturer that feels my being, the being hurt sometimes and feeling close to death. I need you in my life because you are the actual food that nourishes my soul, that keeps me alive. However, I went to the page and for my brave soldiers, which I love you all on this page, and I want to share, thank you for sharing with me because I feel as though you are soldiers and you are leaders. And the reason why I say this is because you do what other people can't do, and you helping people in a lot of ways. Whether you realize it or not, you are the positive ones, not the negative ones. But this case, it wasn't really negative. Thank God for that. So, okay, so this is what I found. Okay, what would you do, DL Tranny Chaser, with fake pictures in your house? It was already inside of your house. This was the question. This is back in August the 6th, 2020. And it was a question that I had said that I wanted to ask you guys and stuff, or you girls, and here it is. Someone said, let me make sure I can get all this in this box. Okay, hope y'all can see this. 57 Dion, 2 days ago. I'm sorry, but the betrayal, your trust, no thank you. He would have to go if he lied about your basic identity your identity, you would lie about anything, which is very true. This is exactly how I feel. So thank you, 57 Dion. And I agree with everything Dion said. Indonesia's DNA. DL operates in deceptions, meaning to hide or conceal the truth. It is a mode operation and can't build a relationship based on deception. Okay, wait a minute. Based on deception, which is very true. And let me see if I can get all this in here. It would cut all ties with them types of men. I agree. Facts. All facts. Once again, Matt, this happened to me before twice. First time, dude was already giving me catfish vibes. My screen door was locked, and I saw it wasn't him over the screen door, and I slammed the main door in his face. Facts. I'm with you, Matt. Letty babe, hey Reverend, I guess I had a similar situation, although it was him in the pictures, just he was older now and sent me younger pictures of him, which has happened to me sunset times as well. It was so whack, girl. He tried to make me feel bad for wanting someone cuter. Sorry, Jack. I'm not that easy. I kicked him out of my house, not gonna lie. We did cuddle for about 30 minutes and I was over it. Oh, she did cuddle with him. Okay. Which is understandable. Sometimes it goes back to what I had said before. Sometimes you be wondering, should I just go ahead along with it? Love comes in all kinds of ways. Okay, let me go back to the conversation. Men are more self-conscious more than women, and all it do to society and society rules. Stop listening to society. Start following your own rules of men. Facts. Thank you, Letty. I agree. Sometimes you just want to think that, and I believe she's like a girl that like me, who loves love, and we kind of like, we second guess ourselves, which means that we try to find the good in people. Like, you know what? Maybe I'm just being too strong. Maybe I'm going through my experiences. Maybe I should just give this person a chance. And then after a while, be like, you know what? We get to thinking. Now we laying there like she said she get up, but she not gonna let. She said we cuddle, and she got to thinking. She was like, you know what? You gotta go. Now whatever happened between that's fine. But at the end of the day, she was like, no. Regional third of the Trinity in the flesh that DL's trying to creep as best as he can for the cookies. That's true. So true. So sad though, but it is what it is. I agree. Peter Martin, I've been sick, baby. I got a lot. Okay, let's see this. I've been sick, baby. I got some damn middle ear balance problem driving me nuts. Da, 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 da. Okay, driving me nuts. So not been on much for 6 weeks. Will DM your IG, but as you say, stick to the point. I'm a gay, but a lot of my best mates are trans women and trans men. It's always been that way. My mates or gender are just that my mate. I'm blessed with a great bunch of loyal friends, which is a blessing. That part was relevant. I have noticed that guys who date my trans women mates are similarly into trans women or cis women are not on DL. But the thing about it, Peter Martin, you're not trans, so you're only giving you're giving an outer body experience, you know what I mean? So it's good that you want an outside looking in, but that's all it is, an outside looking in. I have brought 2 of them to the gay clubs on separate occasions. They only had eyes for them. They only had eyes for them girls, my pals, but guys are masculine black guys. I could see they were. Wait a minute, they were uncomfortable in the club. Okay, they had. Wait a minute. They had a go at me for taking. They had a go at me for taking them to a gay club. They had to go at me for taking them to the gay club. I honestly had never seen them before, after, or at another gay club. I have heard no DL rumors about either of them. I would say if I thought they were DL, but those 2 I didn't. Okay. This is the realness, and thank you, Peter. The realness thing about this is that Peter, what you did, Peter, you made them sit in their truth. And when you make a man sit in their truth, baby, they uncomfortable. How dare you make me see me? You put the mirror up to their face and they couldn't deal with it. Like Peter said, I had brought 2 of them to the gay club on separate occasions. They only had eyes for the girls, my pals, but both guys were masculine black guys. I could see they were uncomfortable in the club. Of course, because you made them look in the mirror. It is nothing like making a black person, not just a black person, but a person in general, look in the mirror when they DL. This is what you into. This is what you like. Oh my God, I can't believe you put me on blast. It's not putting you on blast. You doing it anyway. What Peter was trying to do was introduce you to who God sent you to be and stop being a coward. But you found it as a part of being turning on Peter for sitting up there saying, listen, it's okay. I'm here with you to hold your hand. They had a go at me for taking them to the gay club. Of course. Because you made them face the mirror. You did a good thing, Peter. The sad part about it is it may not register to them now, but give them time, it'll register. I honestly have never seen them before at any of the gay clubs. Of course, because you made them go in the mirror. But I'm going to tell you something, Peter. They'll go inside a gay club. But they're going to sneak this time. They ain't want nobody to sneak out. They're going to wear the shades. They're going to wear the hat pulled all the way down to their nose. They're going to sneak in now because you actually open up the door. But they ain't going to let you know. Because one thing about people, instead of them giving you accolades saying, you know what, Peter, thank you, they'll be like, oh, I can't believe you doing this to me. Because now he's playing that straight, bro. But at the end of the day, he already, you know what I mean? And he says, I have heard no DL rumors about them either. I would say if I thought they were DL, but those 2 I didn't. The one thing about DL means they're not going to tell you. A lot of girls get killed because they're not going to tell you. They will deny, they will deny, they will deny. People lie. I'm not going to say just men, but people lie in general. Women lie. The more reports show that. People lie. So it's not just a man that lies. People lie. That's for sure. And sometimes to make people saying the truth get uncomfortable. So thank you, Peter Martin, for that. I couldn't do anything like that. Derail. Hey, I didn't even know it was you on my page. God bless you. Matt, scary stuff. Shaking my head. Yes, Matt, I'm with you. It's very scary. Because I could have went a whole nother direction. And then there's Peter once again. Peter Martin, I love you, honey. I will follow you everywhere. I am not saying I'm the strongest, but I have no filter when my friends are concerned. If anybody says or do anything rude or disrespectful, I go ballistic. Thank you, Peter. And this is the thing about it, and it's funny because Peter was saying that, they felt they felt uncomfortable in the gay club. And it's just real because for some reason, a lot of times people feel uncomfortable when you're making them sit in their truth. And this is one thing about a lot of times when it comes to people don't mind doing anything as long as they can sneak and do it. Here it is, 8/9/2020, and two men could get married, two women could get married. Trans women, two-spirit women, two-spirit men, trans men can live their life. And you still got people that just don't trust it. They're still afraid. Now, there are some out here that are leaders. I call them the Malcolm X, the Martin Luther Kings, the Coretta Scotts, the Obamas that sit up there and go in the forefront. And they go, you know what? I'm living my life. Well, everybody hiding, I ain't hiding. And those are the allies of truth. And we also got allies that be allies only for the wrong reason. They trying to out us and do things that are negative. But then there's the ones that's fighting, saying, listen, I'm going to show you, because clearly you're afraid, And those are the leaders. Of course, we have a lot of birds, unfortunately. But unfortunately, we live in a world where people are very afraid. And it's hard to get people to stand in their truth. And I've noticed that the guys who date trans women may so similar into trans women, cis women, and not DL. And see, that's the only thing I had a problem with what Peter said. I've noticed that the guys who date my trans women mates and similarly into trans women or cis women are not DL. And that could be true. His experience is his experience. Now, every girl don't get a DL guy. And every girl is different. And everyone is different. So once again, I thank Peter for that. I thank everyone. Peter, Matt, Oren, Regional. Let me see if I can go with this thing without going crazy. Letty Babe, Matt, Indonesia's, Indigenous DNA, 57 and Dion, 57 Dion. So I thank you all. Forgive me if I'm butchering your name up. So I love you guys. And okay, I'd like to thank you all. That's what we would do. Thank you for sharing your stories and stuff. And hopefully you're going to continue to share the videos and have the conversation. And the next video I'm going to be doing, What Would You Do, is about something that I just went through. And it is called rape. Now, I want to share this story and experience. And let's talk about the conversation when you are dealing with a man. And basically, he decides he wants to have sex with you. And you say no. But he says he wants to take it anyway. And he feels as though no matter what you say, he's got the winning hand, because women have been known to report rape and he gets away with it. But we would do that video as of the next video coming up. What would you do? Make sure you share the video so you can participate in the conversation. Like, subscribe, share. At the top there's an Instagram button. If you follow me, I'll follow you back. On my next edition, What Would You Do as far as rape? I love you and thank you for watching. Catch the rave. I'll be looking for your comments. Love you.